Hello, hello. How's it going? Hope everyone's good. I am tired. I couldn't be bothered to cook today, so I ordered a pizza. And after you order a pizza, you just feel tired. That's me right now. And it's probably too late to have a coffee, but it is what it is. We find ways to adapt. Harry says, "Hello, how are you? Tired, exhausted. But yeah, that's no different to most days. How about you? Did you get a chance to play football today? Or was the weather still being temperamental? I think the weather was a bit better today. It was still raining a little bit, but not too bad today. Bagwell says, "Hi, how you doing, Bagwell? Hope you're good." This match has been delayed, I think. Why has it been delayed? Due to adverse weather conditions. Okay. I mean, it doesn't look all that adverse, but it is what it is. Mana Frog with the with the slot emojis. I can't lie. Those are my favorite emojis. I'm glad they're catching on. Fish says, "Yo, mac and cheese." Yes, I'm aware of that. Fish. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Harry says, "Yeah, I played footy, and it was warm. My leg is swollen because I got kicked sliding someone. Ouch. Well, I hope that gets better soon. But it's good to hear that the weather's getting a bit better as well." So the kind of one, I don't want to see. I don't want to say this is the main purpose, but one of the purposes is to watch this guy over here, number 17, who may be new signing very soon. But yeah, we'll all be watching him to kind of see how he does. According to BBC, which is the bastion of accuracy, Wirtz is going to be on the left of a. I mean, it might be. It looks a bit like a front three, I guess. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether he kind of stays out wide or whether he kind of drifts in a little bit. Harry says, "Yeah, I can run. Just had to lie down for a minute and get up when the opposition came down the pitch." That's interesting because that's exactly what Ronaldo does these days, and he's playing in this game. So you're basically playing like 40-year-old Ronaldo. Just wait for the ball to come to me, and then I'll get up and give her a go. But yeah, good to hear that it's not too serious. It's always a positive. I can't believe Ronaldo is still in this team, man. They are singing the national anthem very passionately. I don't think Germany will be singing it quite as passionately. Oh, we have Nemanja Vidic says, "Hello, mate. I'm probably wearing the wrong shirt for that, given who I have on the back." But yeah, how are you doing, Vidic? Hope you're well today. I hope the weather is nice in Serbia. I hope it's not too hot, not too cold. What is the temperature in Serbia, just out of interest? Because it's too hot in England. Jesus, it's 26 degrees, man. It's even 26 degrees in Serbia, in Belgrade, so it's hot everywhere. But But yeah, hope you're good, Nemanja Vidic. They're doing the German national anthem now. They seem a bit less enthusiastic, but it is what it is. We listen and we don't judge and all that good stuff. I don't like Nagelsmann's mustache. Is that a new thing? It just looks dodgy as hell. It just doesn't suit him in the slightest. Okay, I guess he's always had a mustache, but yeah, I mean, someone tell him that's not a good look. Kind of for obvious reasons and also for less obvious reasons. But I'm not digging the facial hair. Like what compelled him to think that was a good idea? See, like normally, that looks much better. That looks way better. I appreciate he's younger there, so there's this isn't a fair test. But that's not working for me. I don't like that at all. Fish says, "Hi Vidic, sucks Matic better." Ooh. Fish is not a Vidic fan. Are they not different positions though? Vidic being a centre back, Matic being a midfielder, or are you just speaking in general terms? Portugal lineup then. Costa, Neves right back, weird. Diaz, Inacio, Mendes, Neves, Bernardo. Fernandes is in the team. Trincao, Neto and Ronaldo up front because of course Ronaldo is up front. Oh, very nice. John Francis Sanderson, aka What the Celtic from YouTube, is now on TikTok. Nice. Are you posting your edits? Are you posting your edits and compilations on TikTok? I'll have to follow you then. I'll have to follow you if you are. RG255 says Liverpool. Damn right, RG255. How are you going? Is that like a? I don't know if I'm reading too much into this, but is that like, you know the red, green, blue color matrix, and I think 255 is one of the values in that. You know what I mean? This is like not a football thing, but you know, like RGB colors. Is that what your username is about? Nice. See, are you semi-impressed, RG255? I hope so. You probably thought, oh, this is some idiot football person. He's not gonna know. He's not gonna understand the RGB color chart. So I'm glad that was correct. I could have been wrong, and I could have looked very silly. We have Derwood says hello. How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. We're here to watch our potential new signing here, who is apparently playing on the left wing today. John Francis Anderson, aka What the Celtic, says I'm switching. Okay, fair enough. I will have to check out your TikTok then. So they've kicked off. I'm a minute late, but we will set the timer a minute late. There you go. We are sorted. Fish is being random, saying Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. It's Savic. We discussed this the other day. Savic. I don't know how these players still play, you know? Like they've had a full season. Some of these just won the Champions League what feels like a few days ago. And now they're running around for internationals. I don't know how to do it. That's probably how these players get injured every 5 seconds, you know what I mean? Under the Floodlight says, it's amazing seeing all the walk-on kids still being shocked to see Ronaldo. Yeah, he's got that. He has got that star power, to be fair. I think with respect to Portugal, I think Ronaldo will only stop playing when he says that he's going to stop playing. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is perhaps a different conversation, but that's the impression. That's the impression I get. But fair play to him. Fair play to him. I mean, he's not what he was, but he still doesn't really look too out of place, which you can't really say for most players his age. It's how he looks after himself. Fish says, "Come on, Wirtz and Kimmich." I'm with you on Wirtz. We are here to watch Wirtz. We are on a scouting mission for Wirtz, who has not yet signed. I know if you go on YouTube / TikTok, half the kind of posts are like, Wirtz has signed, and I'm like, no he hasn't. So there'll be no clickbait nonsense. He has not signed yet, but we are at the very least watching him. Under the Floodlight says, what's the score? It's white. Do you understand that, Mr. RGB? Or is it... Oh shit, or is it... No, it's white. Yeah, white. Under the Floodlights says, I think Ronaldo will go into management in the Portuguese league. Yeah, could do. Maybe Sporting. Maybe Sporting go to his boyhood club. No? What do you mean no? We said your username was about RGB colors, right? The RGB color matrix. So isn't white 0? Is it not? See, we can't ever complain that these football streams are uneducational. Shit, I think I was wrong, you know. I think I was wrong. So 0 is actually black. So I was wrong after all that. It's 255. There you go. It's so the score is actually black. There you go. Yeah, he understood what I meant. Fish says, "How's Gornik?" That's your team, Fish. You should tell us. You are the fan of Gornik Zabzera in Poland. You tell us how they're doing. Germany playing keep ball here. Watch a video on how to pronounce Gornik Zabzera. Is it Zabzera? I will. I need to do that because I keep butchering your team's name. So I do need to do that, to be fair. The thing is though, it's a Polish name, right? And like even if I was to watch a video of your team, I think I'd still pronounce it wrong. But I need to try. I need to at least try. That's a fair suggestion. Speaking of trying, here's Neto to Ronaldo. Decent shot, to be fair. Decent shot by Ronaldo. John Francis Sanderson, aka What the Celtic, says, I saw your gaming TikTok. Very nice, very nice. You should do FC25 videos on there. Yeah, could do. Those are quite popular. I haven't really played the FC games, if you know what I mean. The last one I think was perhaps FIFA 23. But yeah, I could try out some football. I'm currently like deeply engrossed in the game that I'm playing though, so I need to finish that first. But yeah, I could give it a go. I could give it a try. RG255 says, I figured out when Ronaldo is going to. He's going to Sporting. Yeah, that's where I think he'll go as well. Do we not think like? Again, I don't mean this in a bad way, but do we not think that might be too big a job for him for his first job? Should he not kind of take a kind of smaller, maybe like a smaller job first? Or maybe be an assistant coach or something, I don't know. I feel like when Ronaldo is the manager, he'd be the type of manager to substitute himself on. he'd take his suit off and run on the pitch himself. Fish says, name 5 ex-Arsenal players that are still playing. Oh, for God's sake. We did this the other day, so I should really remember this. Aubameyang, Lacazette, Hector Bellerin, Bernd Leno, there's your 4, and a 5th ex-Arsenal player. Tomiyasu is still there, isn't it? Kieran Tierney, is he still there or has he left? Alexis Sanchez. Pixel mentioned him. So yeah, Alexis Sanchez. RG255 says, yeah, me too. I wish Sporting, but he's going to Al Hilal. Is he going there as a manager or a player? Because I heard he's leaving his current club. I presumed he was going there as a player now. Yeah, as a player. As a player now, but maybe might go there as a manager in the future, possibly. Fish's 5 former Arsenal players from his own quiz are Lacazette, Serge Gnabry, Leno, Guendouzi, and Kolasinac. Nice. Boeing Boris _747 says, did you know that Jove Bellingham, and I think he means Job, but the B is next to a V on the keyboard, so you're very close, is going to Dortmund. Yeah, I saw that today. I think about 30 million, something like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's as good. I don't know if he's as good a player as Jude, but time will tell. From his perspective, like his family are probably saying, look, Jude went there, they took good care of him, they developed him, they've got good facilities, so you try it out as well. So I perhaps understand it from his family's perspective. How good he'll be, we never know, but let's keep an eye on it. RG255 says Man United 15th. Yeah, terrible. They're splashing the cash though. So I don't know if Cunha's over the line yet, and possibly Mbuemo as well. I see all the dinner ladies that they sacked to save money are coming in useful. Boeing Boris says Sunderland are really going to struggle in the Premier League. They don't have a strong team. Yeah, I don't know if a certain Jordan Bryan Henderson will go back to his boyhood club. I hope he does go back, because then he'll get relegated. Funny. Man United losing against a random Asian team. Yeah, that was a few days ago, right? Unless they're losing again right now. Don't tell me they're losing again. It was a few days ago. They lost to Aston All Stars or something like that. Fish says, name 5 more ex-Arsenal players that are still playing. I couldn't name you 5 more. Ooh, I thought Neto was through there. Can I not just pick the 5 that I picked earlier? I mean, it was a struggle for me to get the 5, to be fair. RG255 says, I presume saying, can I talk women's football? If you want to. I'll be honest, I don't know too much about it, but if you want to talk, you go ahead. And perhaps you can educate us all. Speaking of women's football, here's Bernardo Silva. Decent pass, to be fair. Fish says, here's mine. Ospina, who I think was a goalkeeper. Chesney, the goalkeeper. Al Neni, I think he was the Egyptian midfielder. Maitland-Niles and Sheaf. I don't know who Sheaf is, but yeah, I'm aware of most of those. Boris says, what happened to Rafael Leao? He was shining in 2022, 2023, and he's all silent now. Yeah, who knows, man? It's tough. It's tough to say. Could be any number of reasons. But hopefully has a better season next year. I need to charge my phone. I'm on 1%. Ooh, definitely charge your phone. I start panicking when my phone's on like 20%. So yeah, definitely charge your phone. RG255 says Man United lose at Chases. Is that Chelsea maybe? In the Women's FA Cup. Yeah, Man United are just used to losing at this point. So that doesn't surprise me. Ben Sheaf, okay. Interesting. Nico Williams played excellent. I went silent, but against Barcelona, he was cooking. No one could tackle him. Yeah, I mean, Nico Williams, as in the Bilbao winger, exciting looking player. Some people kind of criticize his kind of output, that he doesn't score enough goals, but I guess that's I guess you could also argue that output is dependent on the team that you're in. So if he was to go to a bigger team, would he score more goals? But I think Nico Williams is pretty good. He could definitely do with some coaching. I don't think he's the finished product yet, but there's worse players out there. Portugal have had 4 attempts then. Germany have had 1. Come on, Germany. Today we feel German. Ooh, good play by Kimmich on the right. Crosses it in. I was at Wembley during the Women's FA Cup final. Where's my school? Is that like a quiz? Are you saying where's my school? I mean, it's probably in London if it was at Wembley. Man, it's still hot, man. With my school. Nice. That's pretty good. That they took you to the FA Cup final. That's quite a nice trip, to be fair. Boris says there's apparently a 96 potential left back from the Liverpool academy, and his name is Joris Jacobs. That's very close to Boris. I mean, you're only one letter away. Like a regen of Van Dijk, but on the left side. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on him if he's rated that highly. Fish's top 10 hottest footballers list. Let's see how this changes today. Number 1 is Ugarte. Number 2 is Fish. Number 3 is himself. So not too sure on what is different between position 2 and 3. 4 is this Daily Blind thing again, which I don't understand. 5 is Hansi Flick. Isn't Hansi Flick like way older than all of these? But I'm not one to judge. 6 is Kimmich. 7's Lewis Cook. 8 is Vesnex. I don't know who that is. 9 is Kera. And 10 is me. Well, I hope that's it. I hope you've just got the order the wrong way around. It's in ascending order. Let's put it that way. Okay, here's Wirtz up against 2 players. Ooh, who was that? That was Voltamade. Who do you think is going to be in the championship next year? As in the second tier? Isn't that already decided based on who went down? Like Southampton, and I think Leicester went down, and one more, I think. Corner to Germany. Let's see what they can do with this. Mr. Joshua Kimmich will be taking it. Mr. Joshua Kimmich is pulling his socks up. Come on, man. How long are you going to spend pulling your socks up? I can't believe Crystal Palace won the FA Cup. Yeah, it was a shocker to everyone. I don't think anyone would have predicted that at the start of the season. But I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them, especially considering they came up against Man City. But it meant a lot to their fans. And they played well. They played well as well. It wasn't like they got lucky. I feel like they actually played well and they actually deserved it. Boris says there might be a penalty right now. Not on my screen, unless you're a bit ahead of me. Yeah, I think Palace deserved it. Name 5 former Liverpool players that are still playing. Raheem Sterling, there's number 1. Luis Suarez plays for Inter Miami, there's number 2. Shit. Mamadou Sakho, is he still playing? I don't think so. Dominic Solanke, there's number 3. Emre Can, there's number 4. Fabinho, number 5. Jordan Henderson, 6. Roberto Firmino, 7. Sadio Mane, 8. Coutinho, I think he's playing in Brazil now, 9. Simon Mignolet, 10. There you go. Doubled it. Crossed in. Ooh. Headed wide. If you brought back any Liverpool player, who would it be? Simon Lay. It wouldn't be Simon Mignolet. Maybe Luis Suarez. But are you saying like in their prime or kind of based on how they are right now? If it was in their prime, it would be a tough choice between Gerrard and Suarez, but I'd probably give it to Gerrard. Whereas if the question is based on if it was in their prime, I think Gerrard would be the best choice, not just for his on the field ability, but also for his leadership capability. Whereas Suarez very good on the field, but was never really a leader, so I'd go for Gerrard. Here's mine: Minamino, Emre Can, Gulaxi, Nico Williams for Nottingham Forest, and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Nice. Gabriella, how you doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, I'd probably go for Gerrard. Cross in. Ronaldo on the left there, rolling back the clock a little bit. Jordan Henderson. You'd bring back Jordan Henderson if you had a choice to bring back any Liverpool player. Jordan Henderson. What would be the reason for that? And where would you play him? Would you play him in defensive midfield? So in like Gravenberch's position, or would you play him in like McAllister's position? McAllister position, fair enough. That's your choice, I guess. I think Ronaldo might be offside there. Well, if he is, Kimmich has saved it either way. Metwaggy says, where to watch this game, man? The delivery company known as Amazon are showing this game. To be honest, if you're not watching it, you're not really missing much. If I'm honest, all the players look kind of tired, like they've just played a full season. They don't seem as energetic as they normally do. Metwaggy says so on Amazon Prime. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Ricky says Portugal is going to win 1-0. I could see that happening. neither team look like they're full of energy right now, if I'm honest. So a 1-0 could definitely happen here. Could definitely happen. Fish is sad that we lost the legend of Kelleher. I'm with you. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed for the situation, but I'm happy for him, if you know what I mean. From Kelleher's perspective, like, he wanted first team football, and I think he's good enough to be a first team goalkeeper. So it's one of those tough situations whereby if you love them, you gotta let them go. It's kind of one of those, I guess. I appreciate your crying, Fish, but be happy that it happened, rather than crying that it never happened. I hope that gives you a level of comfort with respect to the departure of Cuivan. It's weird. It's a weird situation, like, in the sense that I don't what's the word? I don't begrudge him or have like any sort of ill will towards him. Even though we got like a smaller fee than we typically would have, even then I'm like, you know what? Just let the guy live his life now. You know what I mean? He's given more than he needed to on a very low wage. So I think he deserves to be a first team keeper and enjoy all the benefits that come with that. RG255 says, I mouse broke my legs in school football. Ouch. Is this before they took you on the trip to Wembley, or is this after? But if you have injured yourself, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you make a speedy recovery, should we say. After. Okay. Well, I hope, as I said, sorry to hear that, but I hope you feel better soon. It looks like every player of Portugal is defending, apart from Ronaldo. Like, every player of Portugal is in their own box, but I can't see Ronaldo anywhere. I think Ronaldo must be on the shoulder of the last defender. Healed in 1 day. You recovered from a broken leg in 1 day. That's impressive. That is like Superman level of healing. Can't lie, I'm semi-jealous, but also kind of happy for you. Come on, Germany. Yeah, Wirtz is on like the far left. I don't mean of the political spectrum, I mean of the pitch. Which is interesting to a certain degree, because there are rumours that Diaz might not be here next season. So is the whole Wirtz bid, is Wirtz going to be the Diaz replacement on the left? I don't think so, but just based on the fact that for Germany he's definitely playing as a left winger. And as Portugal's left winger, Mr. Neto. Matt Waggy says, you in the US, I wish I was, but I am not. I am in the UK. I was in the US a few months ago on holiday, but no. Within the British Isles. Goal kick smacks it up the pitch. Portugal easily sweep that up, no problem. Ooh, here's Neto. Neto should have passed it to Ronaldo there. Can't believe I'm saying that, but Matt Waggy says, damn, I connected to a UK VPN. I have Amazon Prime, but I still can't view the match. Yeah, sometimes they're a bit weird about kind of VPNs. Like sometimes they seem to know kind of thing. To be honest, you are not missing much. This is two teams playing who look exhausted, who look like they've just played an entire season and look like they've just played Champions League finals and are now being forced to play football by people in suits. So you're really not missing much. It's still 0-0. It's still 0-0 and there have been absolutely no clear-cut chances. Matt Waggy says, hopefully I can watch the second half. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the second half is better. Hopefully I can watch the second half because I don't feel like we've seen anything of that's been any good so far. It's like they get the ball in defense plays it to midfield, and they try a final ball, and then the final ball fails. Don't fall asleep though. Oh, I'm battling it. It's my fault. I couldn't be bothered to cook today, so I ordered pizza. And you know when you eat pizza, you just start falling asleep. So it's kind of my fault. RG255 says, how I almost broke my leg. I was trying to get the ball from someone. So you were doing a tackle. You were in for a tackle and you got injured. It happens. These things happen sometimes, I guess. This Voltamade guy, this striker, he looks like this kind of stereotypical German bad guy in like a computer game. Okay, so Wirtz and Kimmich are standing over the free kick. This free kick, it's way too far out. It's closer to the halfway line. So they're probably going to put in a ball over the top. Oh no, they don't. Play it short to Wirtz. Interesting free kick. I thought they were going to whip a ball in, but they just kind of played it to Wirtz, and Wirtz tried to dribble past the whole team. I got kicked, says RG255. Yeah, unfortunate. I guess football is a contact sport, so these things can happen. But yeah, hope you make a speedy recovery. See again, like Portugal keeper Diogo Costa takes a free kick, takes a goal kick, just smacks it up the field, and the ball goes to absolutely nobody. And Germany just eat it up. So what's the point of that, man? Germany's formation is weird AF as well. 3-4-2-1. Like, what's that about? Play a normal formation, man. John Francis Sanderson, aka What the Celtic, is back. His phone is now not fully charged, but partially charged. Long ball and scooped up by the defence. This three at the back nonsense will never not look weird. It's like the players they've got: Ter Stegen, Koch, Anton, Kimmich, Goretzka, Pavlovic, Mittelstadt, Sané, Wirtz, and Voltemade. Is it really worth kind of playing three at the back with those kind of players? You could surely play something a bit more attacking. I think the defense has a trouble kind of building up, if I'm honest. Is Jota from Celtic playing? Not as far as I can see. Jota from Liverpool is also not playing. He's on the bench. Who are you supporting? Good question. Well, officially, this is a Florian Wirtz kind of scouting mission. So I'm hoping Florian Wirtz does well. On the other hand, Germany don't have any Liverpool players, and I typically support the team that has Liverpool players, which would be Portugal with Jota. But then the downside to Portugal is they've got Bernardo Silva, and he's a rat. So I'd say I'm more supporting individual players today, specifically Florian Wirtz. Oh, Fernandes is on the floor. Of course he's on the floor. But specifically Florian Wirtz, and specifically Diogo Jota. Fish says, today is my goat Podolski's birthday. I didn't know he was your goat, but happy birthday to Podolski. How old is he today? He's 40. He's 40 today. That's wild, man. I didn't know he's been around for that long. But you are correct. 4th of June 1985. We make him 40 today. Current team. Oh, is that why he's your goat, Fish? Is that why he's your goat? I see why he's your goat. He's within your team there. Oh, there's the pronunciation that you keep saying. I keep getting wrong. I'll have to check that out. Fernandes is crying. What a surprise. And Fernandes is fine. He runs right back onto the pitch. Fish says, I love you, Podolski. I don't doubt that, given the variety of emojis that you've used. So you've used the one with the 2 love hearts, then the 3 love hearts, then the 2 love hearts, then the 3 love hearts, and then 3 sets of 2 love hearts, and then the 3 love hearts, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 2 love hearts, and then 3 love hearts, and then the love hearts change to stars, so then you've got 2 stars. Then you've got 3 cats with 2 love hearts, and then you've got 2 sets of 2 stars, so then you end on 4 stars. I mean, if that isn't love, I don't know what else is. The ball, I mean, Neves just headed the ball into kind of, is it Mittelstad's face? No, Voltemade's face. No. Yeah, Mittelstad's face. If a player heads the ball into your face, that can't be a free kick, right? Jackson says, what time convention? I don't know what convention means. Does this go to penalties if neither of these win it? Because right now, neither of them look like they really won it. Oh my God, can someone just kick it into the goal? There's 2 of them. There's one on that side and there's one on that side. Can someone just look at it and then kick the ball in there? Preferably in a extravagant manner. Fish says, he's my GOAT, Podolski, the World Cup winner and lovely man. He's hot. I mean, that's fair enough. But I don't recall Podolski being on your top 10 hottest players list. Because if you see this here, there's no Podolski on there. So have I caught you out? Or are you going to say Podolski's position 0? He's above the list. Strictly speaking, I'm in position 10 and Podolski's not on the list at all, so just saying. Here's Neto. Neto's look lively, to be fair. Is the ref blowing the... Yeah, the ref can't be bothered with extra time. Oh God. That was a turgid affair. It's like it felt like a preseason game, but with even less energy and with even less motivation. But what can you do? Fish says, "Come on, my sweetheart Podolski." Well, I'm in love with him. Well, I'm sure he appreciates that, and I'm sure that he's in love with you also. The next time I see him, I will tell him that. Yeah, Wirtz did okay. I mean, this doesn't look like a game where kind of anyone's gonna really be pushing the boat out. Couple of nice passes. Anyway, I'm dehydrated. I'm gonna grab a drink. BRB. Reset this timer back. People want this Voltamade guy for Liverpool. For €40 million price tag. He hasn't looked anything special, to be honest. But I guess it's hard to base that just based off one game. Jolo says Zeig Bildschirm. I don't know what that means. Do I understand 9? People loving Wirtz for for injuring Bruno Fernandes. I guess that's one way to endear yourself to Liverpool fans and people in general. Because let's be honest, most people in general do not like him. Yeah, this Voltimate guy's rubbish. People are kind of bigging him up, but other people are saying, what are you talking about? He's looked distinctly average. I mean, it's hard to form any definitive conclusions based on one game. But if I was to do that, I'd say, yeah, he hasn't looked all that great. Okay, they're coming out for the second half. So we've got to put ourselves through 45 more minutes of that. Oh, God. Do, 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 do. Players coming back out now. I mean, I'm not sure they even came out for the first half, given that performance. But let's see what they can do. What game is it tomorrow? Spain, France. Okay. When are Netherlands playing then? Oh yeah, Netherlands are on Saturday. Might have to watch that instead of the England game. Because Liverpool are basically a Dutch club at this point. And they've kicked off. Thank the Lord for that. Portugal going left to right now. Which I guess means Germany are going right to left. Free kick to Portugal already. Fernandes takes it quickly, goes to Neto, and Neto with a shit cross. fucking Germany can't pass it. Can't pass the ball 2 yards. Portugal intercept. Ooh, Ronaldo had the tap in there. Ronaldo had the tap in. Nice cross. I think it was Nuno Mendes. Nice cross. Ronaldo kind of stretched for it. He did hit the ball, but he was a bit, yeah. He got the ball a bit late. Goes out for a goal kick. That's better. The first 2 minutes of this half have been better than the entire first half. Leroy Sané. Fucking, he's so trash. Imagine dribbling the ball, but then just dribbling it out. What is the point? Ooh, intercepted by Wirtz. Mr. Liverpool. Tries a pass. Passes it to Kimmich. Kimmich to the ball over the top. Wirtz with a header. Wirtz has scored. Wirtz has scored. Wirtz has scored, guys. Wirtz has scored. The Wirtz watch is in full swing. I thought he headed it wide, but he scored. He made the goal and he scored the goal. Nice header, to be fair. That is what 120 million gets you. Dan Daven says, hey bro, a Wirtz transfer still not gone through. Correct, it has not gone through, but he just scored a very nice goal, so let's hope it goes through. He kind of created the goal and scored the goal by himself. So yeah, it hasn't gone through yet, but I guess we're starting to see why he costs so much money. I think we need to sell Nunes. Yeah, 100%. I think we've given him 3 years. Oh, they might be disallowing the goal. No, I think it stands. Yeah, with Nunes, like we've given him 3 years. I think 3 years is a fair amount of time for a player to perform. Like first year, it's like okay, settling to a new country and so forth. Second year, it can be okay, he's finding his feet now. I think if it's been 3 years and a player hasn't really lived up to the expectations, then we need to sell. And I think the other side of the coin as well with Nunes is the longer we don't sell him, the less time remains on his contract, so the more his value kind of sinks. So yeah, I think this is 100%. This is 100% the right window to sell him. I wish a Saudi club will make a big bid for Nunes. Yeah, we'd love that. I'm with you on that. I mean, partly because they'd pay a lot more money. I say partly because pretty much primarily because they'd pay a lot more money. I know they bid 70 million in January. I don't know if that was out of desperation because it was January, but I mean, if they bid 70 million now, let's take their hands off. I would get Isak as a replacement. Yeah, I like Isak. Isak's top. You could definitely say Isak's kind of one of the best strikers in the league. He's also Premier League proven. There's very little downside to Isak. I guess the only real downside would be his injuries and the price. But with respect to what you get when he's on the pitch, he's pretty amazing. He's probably the best option in some ways. I know some people want Alvarez, and I can see the merits behind it. But yeah, I mean, if we were to add Isak to this team, that would be pretty dangerous. Have you heard the rumours Tottenham are in a boardroom shake-up and are in takeover talks with the Qatari consortium, and Ange would be fired? Okay. No, I hadn't heard about that. So are we saying that there is a prospective takeover for Spurs from Qatar? Interesting. I heard the stuff about Ange potentially being fired. We were talking about that the other day when it was the gaming. I can't remember, but I've heard about the stuff about Ange being fired. Yeah, it was. We were talking about it. It was me, you, and Snus. It was when I was playing that game. I was playing the game, and we were saying, yeah, Tottenham finished 17th, which is kind of one side of the argument. The kind of other side of the argument is they did win a trophy. So should they give him more time? I don't know. I like Ange. I find him amusing as a person. But yeah, I mean, it just depends. It just depends what they prioritize, I guess. Paul says Labour are banning football in the UK. Well, that's not ideal. Can they not ban cricket instead? Cricket is entirely pointless. There's nothing more boring and pointless than cricket. So if they could just divert their banning attentions to cricket, that will be most appreciated. Tottenham rolled their luck in Europa. They did. I mean, and so did Man United, to be fair. It felt like the entire Europa League competition was kind of weak. I think the difference is as well, this year we had a new Champions League format. And this year, the losers in the Champions League didn't go down to the Europa League. Because, that's what always used to happen. But with the new format, that didn't happen anymore. And I think there's certainly an argument is to say, if this was the traditional Champions League format and the kind of third place teams went down, would Spurs still win it? And who knows? But yeah, it would be funny. It would be funny if they sacked Ange purely because they sacked Mourinho when they got to a final. And then they sacked Ange after they won a trophy. So that would be the kind of talking point. I can't understand hockey will not be part of the next Commonwealth Games for Glasgow. When is that? Is that soon? Commonwealth Games? Hockey is quite fun to play, I gotta say. This goal has weirdly kind of injected a bit more energy into Germany, which is weird, right? You'd expect it to inject a bit more energy into Portugal, but here they are. Whenever new ownerships take over a club, they normally want their own choice of head coach. Yep, with you on that. We see that time and again. New ownership comes in, they want to kind of put their stamp on the club. They want to put their mark on the club, and they want to get their own guy in. So yeah. I mean, if they do get taken over by Qataris, then I can understand. They're going to want their own coach. They're probably going to try and pick the best coach who's available that they can get and then just stick him there. But from my perspective, I think Ange is a character, and I like having characters. Fernandez, ooh, nicely done, but the ball just goes wide. Fernandez is crying about something, possibly the rotation of the earth. I mean, I think he's complaining that the ball took a deflection, but it didn't look like it did. Portugal making some subs. Ruben Neves is leaving the field. Munum says Wirtz. Damn right. Did you see the goal? It was amazing, right? In some ways, he created the goal and he scored the goal all by himself, which was the weird thing. Amazing pass to Kimmich. Kimmich then put a ball over the top and then Wirtz kind of headed it. I won't lie. When he headed the ball, I thought it was going wide, but nice header, nice goal. His creativity started the move. And you could also argue his creativity ended the move with the goal. I guess that's why he costs 120 million. That's why he's expensive. Chelsea have completed the Delap signing, 30 million. I mean, you can't really complain for 30 million. It's pretty low risk. He's English. And even if he does, it worst comes to worst, he doesn't succeed. You could probably still sell him for a fair bit. It'll be interesting to see if he starts for them. Ronaldo with a header, heads it over. The general has gone into my nightmares. He said, I just don't believe the Wirtz signing will come off. Someone will throw a spanner in the works. I hear you. I think we have PTSD to a kind of certain degree in the sense that we've seen signings get very, very close and then they don't happen. The most obvious one is probably the Nabil Fekir one. Like Nabil Fekir, he was even wearing the Liverpool shirt, and then the move collapsed. So I hear where you're coming from. Me personally, I'm not gonna get too excited until like he's actually signed, if you know what I mean. Same with whatever striker we'll get. Same with Kirkes from a left back perspective. Yeah. You're being sensible. Not getting kind of overexcited yet. Things can still go wrong. It's entirely possible. I would say the likelihood is that he does sign, but likelihood is not 100%. So I think just being sensible. Nothing wrong with that. Speaking of sensible, here's Bruno Fernandes, who is not sensible. Is Andy Carroll available just in case? You know what? I think he is, I think he still plays. Should we check? I think he still plays for some like random... I think it's like some random French team on like a pay as you play deal. Yeah, I was right. Andy Thomas Carroll. Plays as a striker for Championnat, basically French second division Bordeaux. So I guess he is available if we're very desperate. That's not bad, you know. Look at that. Don't know if you can say it. 21 appearances, 11 goals. I mean, I appreciate it's the French second division, but could be worse, could be zero. So I guess the answer is yes, he is available if we are very, 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 very desperate. And with Nunes going, his old number 9 shirt will be free as well. So maybe let's just forget about the Wirtz deal altogether and bring Andy home. I was joking. Yeah, me too. It's just I've perfected the art of joking by keeping a straight face. It gets me into trouble sometimes, I can't lie. Ooh, shot. Ooh, what a goal. What a goal. I wish he hadn't scored because now this is going to go to effing extra time. And I'm too tired for extra time. But what a goal that was. Mr. Conseil Shao. That was an amazing goal, to be fair. He looks like Julian Alvarez, and he just scored like Julian Alvarez. Unstoppable shot. Long range, left-footed, curled. Not quite top corner, more the kind of middle height, but on the far left-hand side. Fair enough. I don't want this game to go to extra time. Oh god, it's 1-1. Come on, Germany. Do something. That's given Portugal a bit of energy. Ooh, Nuno Mendes. Jonathan Tah sweeps it up though. Christian. How you doing, Christian? Hope you're well. We won't speak of the game the other day. We can pretend that game didn't happen, but hope you're doing good. Nagelsmann needs to get rid of that mustache, man. That mustache is just not working. Yeah, Christian's an Inter Milan fan, So didn't have the best of times the other day versus PSG. Christian says Male, I think, which means bad. So yeah, bad performance. PSG 5, Inter 0. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't ideal from an Inter perspective. No good. No good. I can say Sfortunata, or is it Sfortunato? Sfortunato means unlucky. Speaking of unlucky, I think Ronaldo just scored whilst I was translating a bit of Italian. I mean, if you let Ronaldo score against you in 2025, just give up. He plays in the Saudi League, bro. Seven goals in 8 matches. How's he doing that still? He's 4,000 years old. I mean, I respect it. I'm shocked, but I respect it. So he looks like Nuno Mendes, Fernandez. It was a tap-in the end, but to be fair, even for a tap-in, you have to be in the right place. Does that count as offside, though? I don't know if it does, because he was offside when... I mean, they might be checking if this Ronaldo goal was offside. It's been given. It's 2-1, which is fantastic. Why? Because I don't have the energy for extra time. Wirtz collecting the ball from deep, does nicely, passes it back. Wirtz playing more centrally now, which perhaps makes sense. I don't kind of like him out on the left. You're more, I feel like you're more separated from the play. Crossed in, cleared. Showing replays of the Ronaldo goal, which was onside according to this fancy little automated system that they have. Joe Cole has come off for Germany. And I think that's Karim Adeyemi, number 14. Ooh, nice goal by Wirtz. Wirtz beats one player. Wirtz beats two players. Wirtz on the left. Wirtz crosses it in. Saved. He's played well. He's played well. And I'm not just saying this with my Liverpool hat on, because this isn't a Liverpool hat. It's an Adidas hat. But I think he's played well. Long ball by Jonathan Tah goes to Adiemi. Offside. Long passing's been really off this game. Gotta say. It'd be nice to see Jota come on, if that's a possibility. Foul by Gnabry and his headband. Commit foul. Long ball to Adeyemi. Snuffed out by Ruben Diaz. Long balls ain't going to work. Here's Wirtz. That long ball was pretty good. Passes it to Adeyemi on the left. Back to Wirtz. Goes to Mecha. Gnabry. Semedo passes it back. Ronaldo coming quite deep now, which is a surprise. I'm surprised he's left the box. Goes to Bernardo. Crossed in. Ooh, cleared by Kimmich. Yeah, Portugal. It looks like Portugal are trying to close this game off. Apparently, Liverpool have submitted a bid for Moroccan defender Alhamid Ait Boudlel. I've never heard of him in my life, but he certainly looks the part. I'll give him that. Liverpool are looking to finalise a deal for Milos Kerkez. I've been hearing that for the last 4 months. If you need to finalise the deal, just finalise the deal. Sonny says, I was surprised that wasn't a penalty goal for Penaldo. Joke. But nonetheless, Portugal may go all the way. Also, 5-0 PSG. Why didn't you play shite against Inter? Against us, as in against Barcelona, we would have been a better final than you. I mean, in hindsight, I think it would have been. Snake Belly current team versus Snake Belly's previous team. Yeah. A weird final, can't lie. Once the fourth goal, I know it was 5-0, but once the fourth goal went in, it was like what's going on? 5-0 is just crazy. Because 5-0 is a massacre. And you wouldn't really expect that in a Champions League final, but it is what it is. Ooh, Kante Shao cuts in again. He's the cut inside guy. Cut insides onto his left and then goes for a curler. This time the curler was just wide. Unfortunate. Unfortunate, bro. Maybe next time, bro. Ooh, Adeyemi just hit the post. Not a bad opportunity. Also, Wirtz is on the floor. We don't want to see that. He's got very important medical to do soon. Jota's coming on. Yay. Coming on for Neto. What can Jota do in the last 10 minutes? Probably not much. What could Jota do with a full 90? Probably not much. But we'll take it anyway. Also Enrique, yeah. I mean, Enrique is an interesting one. But I think was it 10 years ago that he won it with Barcelona? And 10 years later he won it again. Wirtz is getting booked. Why are you booking our player? There's a little fight going on. There's a bit of fisticuffs. There's a bit of feistiness. Well, Zana FC got the Champions League at least, and Inter went from treble to nothing. that's depressing, I guess. Thinking you're going to win 3 trophies, and then Napoli get the league, PSG get the Champions League, and then you end up with nothing. It only happens at Italy. Won the Euros and not qualify for the World Cup. Yeah, it's bizarrely unlucky, should we say. Oh, what's his name? Bernardo Silva's conned the referee there. Bernardo the rat. The rat. Throw in. Free kick to Portugal, which they are certainly taking their time with. If they could kick the ball, which is the purpose of this game that we're playing here, that would be fantastic. Stop falling over. Fucking hell. This game has been like so stop-start. Just let the game flow, man. Sonny says, can you see CR7 at the World Cup against the other elite defenders? Because I had my doubts as a Messi fan. Yes, I prefer him over Ronaldo. Thought he would fail because he lays only against Plumber FC. Is he World Cup ready? Good question. Good question. I think he can still add value, but I don't think he's the player that he once was. He's certainly... A lot of teams kind of play pressing football now, and he doesn't press because he's too old for that. So I think as an overall, he'd perhaps kind of hold the team back. But on the other side, he will get into good positions and he will score. And I think he has got that mystique about him, whereby other teams would be intimidated if he was there. Whereas on the flip side, he doesn't have the pace. He doesn't have perhaps the physicality he had when he was younger. Like if you had to say what's the kind of perfect position for him, you'd probably say as a sub that you could bring on. But his ego isn't going to let him be a sub. So I think Portugal are just going to have to deal with it. I think Ronaldo only leaves the Portugal side when he wants to, unfortunately. Especially if you got someone like Martinez as your coach. Martinez ain't going to make a big decision like that. Ooh, Jota. Oh, good save. Good save. And I know Messi also plays against Burger FC in the as part of Inter Miami. But let's be honest, Ronaldo needs the World Cup more than Messi. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Messi's got a World Cup, so yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think he'd struggle. I think ultimately against the top defenders he'd struggle. But even if Ronaldo doesn't have the physicality, I think he's still got the brain. And then sometimes you don't need the physicality. Sometimes you can just use your brain to get into the right position. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Oh my God, how the tides change. I remember before 2021 COPA, we were the bully one. Now it's CR7 catching up to Messi, yeah. You'd like to think that time's probably past now, but he's coming off the pitch now. And I think that might be Paulinho coming on. Whatever happens, Wirtz got a goal. And it was the best goal. Actually, it wasn't the best goal. It was the second best goal of the day. So I will take it. I will take it as a successful watch-along. Ronaldo's biggest strength was ego, which also was his kryptonite. So his strength was his kryptonite, because he Hate the fact that Gonzalo Ramos scored a hat-trick against Switzerland and he was furious on the bench. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly say he's got an ego. I guess the pushback to that, some people would say that all good players have an ego, but yeah, I think Ronaldo's a special case. He wants the spotlight to be on him. He has to be the star of the show. I guess I'd sum it up by saying I don't think he could contribute as much now as he did back in the day, but I think he can still make a contribution. The important question is, does his contribution hurt the team or help the team? In the sense that if he's on the pitch, does that mean you don't have another player on the pitch who could do something for you? I don't know the answer to that. It's something that they're gonna have to wait and see when the proper football begins. Fernandes, poor cross, awful cross by Fernandes, who looks like he will not be going to Saudi now. Paulinho with a shot, and it hits the space station. I think there's a minute left of this game. I mean, if CR7 allows the team to shine from the bench and catch up when he's in the field, then yeah, Portugal has a super team. Which CR7 fanboys always argue. They'd be like, Argentina had a better team. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think unfortunately Ronaldo's ego doesn't let him be a bench player. Perhaps if he was a bench player, that would be the best of both worlds in the sense. But I don't think he's keen on that. It's because Argentina plays together, unlike Portugal, who fights for God knows what. Just look at Netherlands. True. Portugal through here again. I think that was Jota, but it was saved. Yeah, to be fair, I don't see Portugal winning the tournament. I mean, this Nations League thing I don't really care about, but more in terms of like World Cups and even kind of Euros and things. As full time, thankfully there's no extra time. Cool. Well, that's that done. Thankfully. In terms of scores, not scores, fixtures. Spain, France tomorrow. We'll be back for that. 8 o'clock tomorrow. Spain, France. And then Friday, maybe something, but we'll see. But anyway, as Sonny says, adios, sayonara, and all of that stuff. I will be back tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the Spain game. Cool. Take care, guys. Tomorrow is the Battle of the Ballon d'Or. Are Egypt playing? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Be back tomorrow. Sonny says bye, adios, sayonara. Yeah. See you tomorrow, guys. Take care.